Ever feel like your mind is a battlefield, a relentless clash of thoughts, worries, and anxieties? Do you yearn for a sense of calm, a way to navigate the complexities of life with clarity and purpose? In this episode, we're turning to the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, whose writings have inspired generations to cultivate inner peace and resilience. We'll explore 10 powerful principles from his book, Meditations, that can help you declutter your mind, find clarity amidst chaos, and live a life of greater purpose and fulfillment. Get ready to embark on a journey of self-discovery, to unlock the secrets of Stoic wisdom, and to clear your mind with the guidance of Marcus Aurelius. If you find this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Let's spread the Stoic wisdom and empower others to find inner peace too. And don't forget to subscribe to Stoic Saga for more inspiring content on Stoicism, self-improvement, and personal growth. Let's get started. 1. Embrace the present moment. All right, let's dive into the first key to clearing your mind. According to Marcus Aurelius, embracing the present moment. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, "Oh great, another lecture on mindfulness," hear me out. While mindfulness has become a bit of a buzzword these days, the Stoics were practicing it centuries ago, recognizing its profound power to cultivate inner peace, clarity, and a deeper connection with life. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He understood that our minds have a tendency to wander, to get caught up in regrets about the past or anxieties about the future. But true strength, true freedom, lies in anchoring our attention to the present moment, to the here and now, where we have the power to choose our thoughts, our actions, and our attitude. Think of it like this. Imagine you're trying to balance on a surfboard riding a wave. If your gaze is constantly flitting between the shore behind you and the horizon ahead, you're more likely to lose your balance and wipe out. But if you focus your attention on the wave itself, on the present moment, on the subtle adjustments of your body, you're more likely to maintain your balance and ride that wave with grace and skill. Similarly, in life, our minds are constantly pulled in different directions by memories of the past, worries about the future, and distractions in the present. But when we can anchor our attention to the here and now, we find a sense of stability, of clarity, of being fully present in our own lives. Now, embracing the present moment doesn't mean ignoring the past or dismissing the future. It's about recognizing that the past is gone, the future is uncertain, and the only moment we truly have is now. It's about learning from the past, planning for the future, but ultimately grounding ourselves in the present, where life truly unfolds. The Vietnamese Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh beautifully captured this idea when he said, "The present moment is filled with joy and happiness. If you are attentive, you will see it." By paying attention to the present moment, we can discover the beauty, the wonder, and the abundance that already exists in our lives. So, how do you actually embrace the present moment? Well, it starts with cultivating mindfulness. This means paying attention to your thoughts, your emotions, and your sensory experiences without judgment. It's about noticing the sights, sounds, smells, tastes, and textures of your surroundings without getting carried away by the stories your mind creates about them. For example, when you're eating a meal, instead of rushing through it while scrolling through your phone or thinking about your to-do list, try savoring each bite, appreciating the flavors, the textures, and the nourishment it provides. When you're walking in nature, instead of letting your mind wander to your worries or plans, pay attention to the sights, sounds, and smells around you, the rustling leaves, the chirping birds, the fresh air. Another key aspect of embracing the present moment is letting go of regrets and worries. Regrets about the past and worries about the future are like heavy anchors that weigh us down, preventing us from fully experiencing the present. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." This encourages us to focus on our present actions and choices rather than dwelling on past mistakes or anxieties about the future. The spiritual teacher Eckhart Tolle emphasized this when he said, "Worry pretends to be necessary but serves no useful purpose." Worrying about the future is like paying interest on a debt you might never owe. It drains our energy, clouds our judgment, and prevents us from fully experiencing the richness of the present moment. So, my friends, embrace the present moment. Cultivate mindfulness, let go of regrets and worries, and savor the fullness of now. As the saying goes, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. 2. Accept what's outside your control. All right, let's delve into another key principle from Marcus Aurelius for clearing your mind: accepting what's outside your control. Now, before you picture yourself passively resigning to every situation or giving up on your goals, let me clarify. The Stoics weren't advocating for apathy or inaction. They were emphasizing the importance of recognizing the limits of our control, of focusing our energy on what we can influence, and of finding peace in accepting the things we cannot change. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This reflects the Stoic focus on action and virtue, but it also implies an acceptance of the things we cannot change, the nature of others, the events of the past, or the uncertainties of the future. By focusing on our own actions and choices, we can find a sense of agency and control even amidst the chaos of the world. Think of it like this. Imagine you're a gardener tending to a beautiful flower bed. You can control the soil, the water, the sunlight, and the care you give to each plant. But you can't control the weather, the occasional pests, or the curious squirrel that might decide to dig up your bulbs. Trying to control these external factors will only lead to frustration and disappointment. But by accepting them as part of the natural order, you can focus your energy on nurturing the things within your control and creating the best possible conditions for your garden to thrive. Similarly, in life, there are countless things outside our control: the actions of others, the economy, the weather, the past, the future. Trying to control these things is like trying to hold back the tide. It's a futile effort that only leads to stress and anxiety. But by accepting them, by recognizing their inherent unpredictability, we can free our minds from worry and focus our energy on the things we can influence: our thoughts, our actions, and our attitude. Now, accepting what's outside your control doesn't mean giving up on your goals or becoming indifferent to the world around you. It's about choosing your battles wisely, focusing on what you can influence, and finding peace in the face of uncertainty. For example, let's say you're working on a project, and despite your best efforts, you encounter unexpected delays or obstacles. You could choose to get frustrated, angry, or blame others for the situation. Or you could accept the challenge, adapt your plans, and focus on finding solutions within your control. The Stoics believed that true freedom comes not from controlling external events, but from mastering our inner response to those events. The philosopher Epictetus emphasized this when he said, "It's not things that upset us, but our judgments about things." In other words, it's not the external events themselves that cause us suffering, but our interpretations of those events. Another key aspect of accepting what's outside your control is cultivating a sense of trust. trust in the universe, trust in the natural order of things, trust that even amidst challenges and setbacks, there is a deeper wisdom at play. The spiritual teacher Eckhart Tolle captured this idea when he said, "Stress is caused by being here, but wanting to be there." When we're constantly focused on the future, on what we haven't yet achieved or what might go wrong, we create a sense of dissatisfaction with the present moment, a feeling of resistance to the natural flow of life. But when we can accept the present moment as it is, with all its uncertainties and challenges, we open ourselves up to a deeper sense of peace, of trust, of allowing life to unfold as it should. So, my friends, accept what's outside your control. Focus on what you can influence. Cultivate a sense of trust and find peace in the face of uncertainty. As the Serenity Prayer wisely advises, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. 3. Focus on your own actions. All right, let's delve into another core principle from Marcus Aurelius for cultivating a clear and tranquil mind, focusing on your own actions. Now, before you envision yourself becoming a lone wolf, completely detached from the world and the people around you, let me clarify. The Stoics weren't advocating for isolation or indifference. They were emphasizing the importance of recognizing where our true power lies, in our own choices, our own responses, our own inner sphere of influence. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He understood that while we can't control the external world, the weather, the actions of others, or the twists and turns of fate, we can always control our own inner world, our thoughts, our judgments, our responses, and it's in this inner sphere that our true freedom and strength reside. Think of it like this. Imagine you're an archer aiming for a target. You can't control the wind, the distance to the target, or the occasional bird that might fly past and distract you. But you can control your stance, your aim, your breathing, and the release of the arrow. By focusing on these factors within your control, you increase your chances of hitting the target, regardless of the external conditions. Similarly, in life, there are countless factors outside our control: the economy, the opinions of others, the past, the future. Trying to control these things is like trying to control the wind. It's a futile effort that only leads to frustration and anxiety. But by focusing on our own actions, our own choices, our own inner state, we can find a sense of agency and purpose even amidst the chaos of the world. Now, focusing on your own actions doesn't mean ignoring the needs of others or becoming self-absorbed. It's about recognizing that your primary responsibility is to yourself, to your own growth, and to living a life that aligns with your values. It's about understanding that by focusing on your own actions, you can become a beacon of strength, wisdom, and virtue, inspiring others and contributing to the greater good. For example, let's say you're facing a challenging situation at work. You could choose to complain, blame others, or get caught up in office politics. Or you could focus on your own actions, on doing your best work, on communicating effectively, on maintaining your integrity and professionalism. By focusing on what you can control, you not only navigate the situation with greater grace, but you also set an example for others and contribute to a more positive work environment. The Stoics believed that true leadership comes not from wielding power over others, but from mastering oneself. The philosopher Epictetus emphasized this when he said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." By focusing on our own actions, by cultivating self-discipline, self-awareness, and a commitment to virtue, we become the masters of our own lives, capable of navigating any challenge with strength and wisdom. Another key aspect of focusing on your own actions is taking responsibility for your choices. This means acknowledging that you are the author of your own life, that your decisions and actions shape your reality, and that you have the power to create the life you desire. The psychologist Viktor Frankl, known for his work on finding meaning in suffering, captured this idea when he wrote, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. By taking responsibility for our choices, we empower ourselves to create a life that aligns with our values and aspirations. So, my friends, focus on your own actions. Cultivate self-awareness, take responsibility for your choices, and live a life guided by virtue and purpose. As the saying goes, the only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be." Fourth, practice resilience in tough times. All right, let's talk about resilience, that remarkable ability to bounce back from adversity, to face challenges with courage and determination, and to emerge from life's storms even stronger than before. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, didn't just write about resilience, he lived it. As Emperor of Rome, he faced wars, plagues, betrayals, and personal tragedies. Yet, through it all, he maintained his composure, his commitment to virtue, and his unwavering belief in the power of the human spirit to overcome adversity. He wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This encapsulates the Stoic approach to resilience, seeing obstacles not as roadblocks, but as opportunities for growth, learning, and transformation. Think of it like this. Imagine a tree standing tall amidst a raging storm. Its branches might sway, its leaves might be ripped away, but its roots remain firmly grounded, anchoring it to the earth. Similarly, resilience is like that strong root system, providing stability and strength, even when the winds of adversity blow fiercely. Now, resilience isn't about denying the pain or difficulty of challenging situations. It's about acknowledging the emotions, processing them, and then choosing to focus on what you can control: your thoughts, your actions, and your attitude. It's about cultivating an inner strength that allows you to weather the storms of life and emerge with a renewed sense of purpose and clarity. The Stoics believed that adversity is an inevitable part of life, and that our ability to respond to it with resilience is crucial for our well-being and growth. The philosopher Seneca emphasized this when he said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Just as our muscles grow stronger through exercise and resistance, our minds become more resilient through facing and overcoming challenges." So, how do you actually practice resilience in tough times? Well, it starts with acceptance. Accept that challenges are an inevitable part of life, that setbacks and disappointments are not personal failures, but opportunities for learning and growth. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." This doesn't mean passively resigning to every situation, but it does mean accepting the reality of what is and focusing your energy on what you can influence. Another key aspect of resilience is perspective. When faced with adversity, it's easy to get caught up in the immediate emotions, to feel overwhelmed and discouraged. But by stepping back, by considering the situation from a wider lens, we can gain a more balanced perspective and avoid getting swept away by negativity. The psychologist Viktor Frankl, who endured the horrors of Nazi concentration camps, wrote in his book, Man's Search for Meaning, about the importance of finding meaning even in the most difficult circumstances. He said, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way." Resilience is also about cultivating a growth mindset. Instead of seeing challenges as threats, view them as opportunities to learn, adapt, and become stronger. Embrace the Stoic belief that obstacles are not roadblocks, but stepping stones on the path to success. The psychologist Carol Dweck, known for her work on mindset, emphasizes the importance of embracing challenges when she says, "In a growth mindset, challenges are exciting rather than threatening. So rather than thinking, 'Oh, I'm going to reveal my weaknesses,' you say, 'Wow, here's a chance to grow.'" So, my friends, practice resilience in tough times. Accept challenges, cultivate perspective, embrace a growth mindset, and remember, as the saying goes, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. 5. Live with honesty and integrity. All right, let's delve into a principle that lies at the heart of Stoic philosophy and resonates deeply with Marcus Aurelius's own life: living with honesty and integrity. Now, before you start picturing yourself as a saintly figure, always speaking your mind and never bending the rules, let me clarify. The Stoics weren't advocating for bluntness or rigid adherence to social norms. They were emphasizing the importance of aligning your actions with your values, of living authentically, and of cultivating a moral compass that guides your choices even when faced with challenges or temptations. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." He understood that true virtue is not about preaching or pontificating, but about embodying those principles in our daily lives. It's about making choices that align with our values, even when it's difficult, even when it goes against the grain, even when no one is watching. Think of it like this. Imagine a ship navigating through stormy seas. The ship needs a sturdy rudder and a skilled captain to guide it through the rough waters and keep it on course. Similarly, honesty and integrity are like that rudder and captain, guiding our lives through the challenges and temptations we face, ensuring that we stay true to our values and reach our desired destination. Now, living with honesty and integrity doesn't mean being perfect or never making mistakes. We're all human, and we all stumble from time to time. But the Stoics believed that it's in those moments of stumbling that our true character is revealed. It's in those moments that we have the opportunity to acknowledge our mistakes, learn from them, and recommit to our values. The philosopher Confucius captured this idea when he said, "Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." When we can acknowledge our shortcomings, learn from our mistakes, and recommit to living with integrity, we demonstrate true strength of character and create the possibility for growth and transformation. So, how do you actually live with honesty and integrity? Well, it starts with self-reflection. Take some time to examine your values, your beliefs, and your motivations. What truly matters to you? What kind of person do you want to be? What principles guide your actions and decisions? The Stoics believed in the importance of self-awareness, of understanding our own nature and living in accordance with it. The philosopher Epictetus emphasized this when he said, "Know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly." By understanding our own values and motivations, we can make choices that align with our authentic selves and cultivate a life of integrity. Now, living with honesty and integrity doesn't mean always speaking your mind or being brutally honest. regardless of the consequences. It's about finding a balance between honesty and compassion, between speaking your truth and considering the impact of your words on others. The Dalai Lama, a spiritual leader known for his wisdom and compassion, said, "Be kind whenever possible. It is always possible." This reminds us that honesty should be tempered with kindness, and that our words and actions should reflect both our integrity and our compassion for others. Another key aspect of living with integrity is being true to your word. If you make a promise, keep it. If you commit to something, follow through. This builds trust, strengthens relationships, and reinforces your own sense of self-respect. The American poet and essayist Ralph Waldo Emerson emphasized the importance of keeping your word when he said, "Character is higher than intellect. A great soul will be strong to live, as well as strong to think." He recognized that integrity is not just about intellectual understanding, but about embodying our values in our actions and living a life that reflects our deepest beliefs. So, my friends, live with honesty and integrity. Examine your values, align your actions with your beliefs, and cultivate a moral compass that guides your choices. As the saying goes, the time is always right to do what is right. 6. Reflect daily to improve. All right, let's talk about the power of reflection, of taking a pause amidst the busyness of life to look inward, to examine our thoughts and actions, and to identify areas for growth and improvement. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wasn't just writing philosophical treatises for others to read. He was engaging in a daily practice of self-reflection, journaling his thoughts, examining his motivations, and striving to become a better version of himself. He wrote, "Such as are your habitual thoughts, such also will be the character of your mind, for the soul is dyed by the thoughts." He understood that our minds are like gardens, and our thoughts are the seeds we plant. If we cultivate negative thoughts, weeds of self-doubt and criticism will take root. But if we nurture positive, constructive thoughts, our minds will blossom with wisdom, resilience, and virtue. Now, reflection isn't just about navel-gazing or dwelling on our shortcomings. It's about taking a mindful approach to our lives, examining our experiences with honesty and curiosity, and identifying areas where we can grow, learn, and improve. It's about cultivating a growth mindset, recognizing that we are all works in progress, and that self-improvement is a lifelong journey. Think of it like this. Imagine you're an athlete training for a competition. After each training session, you might review your performance, analyze your technique, and identify areas where you can improve your strength, speed, or agility. Similarly, in life, daily reflection is like that post-training review. It's an opportunity to assess our actions, our choices, and our responses to challenges, and to identify areas where we can grow and become more aligned with our values and goals. The ancient Greek philosopher Socrates famously said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." He believed that self-reflection is essential for living a meaningful life, for understanding our own motivations, and for making choices that align with our values. So, how do you actually practice daily reflection? Well, it can take many forms. You might choose to journal your thoughts and experiences, meditate on your actions and intentions, or simply take a few moments each day to quietly contemplate your life's direction. The key is to create a space for introspection, for honest self-assessment, and for identifying areas where you can grow and improve. This might involve asking yourself questions like, what did I learn today? What challenges did I face, and how did I respond to them? What choices did I make, and were they aligned with my values? How can I be a better version of myself tomorrow? The American author and poet Maya Angelou emphasized the importance of self-reflection when she said, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." By reflecting on our interactions with others, we can gain insights into how our actions and words impact those around us, and we can strive to create more positive and meaningful connections. Another key aspect of daily reflection is cultivating self-compassion. This means treating yourself with kindness and understanding, recognizing that you are human, that you will make mistakes, and that your flaws are not signs of weakness but opportunities for growth. The psychologist Kristin Neff, a pioneer in the field of self-compassion research, writes, "Instead of mercilessly judging and criticizing yourself for various inadequacies or shortcomings, self-compassion means you are kind and understanding when confronted with personal failings. After all, whoever said you were supposed to be perfect?" So, my friends, reflect daily to improve. Create space for introspection. Examine your thoughts and actions with honesty and curiosity, and cultivate a growth mindset. As the saying goes, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and the journey of self-improvement begins with a single moment of reflection. 7. Avoid overthinking and worry. All right, let's talk about a mental habit that can be a real drain on our energy and clarity: overthinking and worry. We all do it from time to time, replaying past conversations in our heads, agonizing over decisions, or conjuring up worst-case scenarios about the future. But Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, recognized the futility of this mental churning, encouraging us to cultivate a more present-focused and accepting mindset. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He understood that our minds have a tendency to wander, to get caught up in endless loops of worry and speculation. But true strength, true freedom, lies in recognizing that we cannot control everything, and that dwelling on what we cannot change only leads to anxiety and suffering. Think of it like this. Imagine your mind is a stage, and your thoughts are the actors. When you overthink and worry, it's like having a chaotic play unfolding on that stage, with actors shouting, running around, and creating a cacophony of noise and confusion. But when you cultivate a calm and focused mind, it's like having a serene and purposeful performance, with actors moving gracefully, speaking clearly, and conveying a message of peace and clarity. Now, avoiding overthinking and worry doesn't mean suppressing your thoughts or pretending that challenges don't exist. It's about recognizing that our thoughts are not always accurate reflections of reality, and that dwelling on them can create unnecessary anxiety and prevent us from taking effective action. The psychologist and author Daniel Kahneman, known for his work on cognitive biases and decision-making, describes this tendency to overthink as the availability heuristic. He explains that we tend to overestimate the likelihood of events that are easily recalled, such as negative news stories or personal experiences of failure, which can lead to a distorted view of reality and a tendency to overestimate risks and dangers. So, how do you actually avoid overthinking and worry? Well, it starts with awareness. Pay attention to your thought patterns. Are you prone to dwelling on the past, catastrophizing about the future, or getting caught up in what-if scenarios? The more aware you are of these tendencies, the better equipped you'll be to challenge them. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This encourages us to focus on our present actions and choices, rather than dwelling on past mistakes or anxieties about the future. Another key to avoiding overthinking is to cultivate a present-focused mindset. The Stoics believed in the power of mindfulness, of bringing our attention to the here and now, to the sensations, the emotions, and the experiences of the present moment. By focusing on the present, we can break free from the grip of worry and find a sense of peace and clarity. The Vietnamese Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh beautifully captured this idea when he said, "The present moment is filled with joy and happiness. If you are attentive, you will see it." By paying attention to the present moment, we can appreciate the beauty, the wonder, and the abundance that already exists in our lives, rather than getting lost in the labyrinth of our thoughts. Another helpful strategy is to challenge your negative thoughts. When you find yourself worrying or overthinking, ask yourself, is this thought true? Is it helpful? Is it serving me in any way? Often you'll find that your worries are based on assumptions, fears, or distorted perceptions. By challenging these thoughts, you can break free from their grip and cultivate a more balanced and realistic perspective. The cognitive behavioral therapist and author David D. Burns, in his book Feeling Good, The New Mood Therapy, outlines a technique called thought records to help identify and challenge negative thoughts. This involves writing down your negative thoughts, identifying the distortions or cognitive errors in those thoughts, and then replacing them with more balanced and realistic thoughts. So, my friends, avoid overthinking and worry. Cultivate awareness, practice mindfulness, challenge your negative thoughts, and focus on the present moment. As the saying goes, worrying is like paying interest on a debt you may never owe. 8. Cultivate inner peace. All right, let's talk about a quality that's often sought but rarely attained in our chaotic world: inner peace. Marcus Aurelius, amidst the turmoil of ruling the Roman Empire, understood the importance of cultivating a tranquil mind, a sanctuary of calm amidst the storms of life. He recognized that true peace is not found in external circumstances, but in mastering our inner world, in cultivating a mindset that allows us to navigate challenges with equanimity and grace. In his meditations, he wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Therefore, guard accordingly, and take care that you entertain no notions unsuitable to virtue and reasonable nature." He understood that our minds are like a garden, and our thoughts are the seeds we plant. If we cultivate negative thoughts, weeds of anxiety, fear, and resentment will take root. But if we nurture positive, constructive thoughts, our minds will blossom with peace, wisdom, and resilience. Now, cultivating inner peace doesn't mean becoming a recluse, withdrawing from the world and its challenges. It's about finding a sense of calm within, a stillness amidst the chaos that allows you to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and equanimity. Think of it like this. Imagine a still pond reflecting the moonlit sky. The surface of the pond might be disturbed by ripples and waves, but the depths remain calm and serene, reflecting the beauty of the heavens. Similarly, our minds might be stirred by thoughts, emotions, and external events, but our inner core can remain peaceful, reflecting the wisdom and tranquility of our true nature. The Stoics believed that true peace comes not from avoiding challenges or seeking constant pleasure, but from cultivating inner virtues: wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. By aligning our actions with these virtues, by living a life of purpose and integrity, we create a foundation for lasting inner peace. The philosopher Epictetus emphasized this when he said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Mastering ourselves, in the Stoic sense, is not about suppressing our emotions or denying our human experience. It's about cultivating self-awareness, understanding our thoughts and emotions, and choosing how we respond to them. So, how do you actually cultivate inner peace? Well, it starts with mindfulness. Pay attention to your thoughts, your emotions, and your bodily sensations without judgment. Notice the patterns of your mind, the triggers that lead to stress and anxiety, and the habits that disrupt your inner calm. The Vietnamese Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh, known for his teachings on mindfulness and peace, said, "Peace is every step. The shining red sun is my heart. Each flower smiles with me. How green, how fresh all that grows. How cool the wind blows." He reminds us that peace is not something we find in a distant future or a faraway place. It's present in every moment, in every breath, in every step we take. Another key to cultivating inner peace is acceptance. Accept the things you cannot change, the uncertainties of life, the imperfections of yourself and others. The Stoics believed that much of our suffering stems from resisting reality, from clinging to how we think things should be. But by accepting what is, by surrendering to the flow of life, we can find a deeper sense of peace and harmony. The spiritual teacher Eckhart Tolle captured this idea when he said, "Stress is caused by being here, but wanting to be there." When we're constantly focused on the future, on what we haven't yet achieved or what might go wrong, we create a sense of dissatisfaction with the present moment, a feeling of resistance to the natural flow of life. Inner peace also involves cultivating a sense of gratitude. Appreciate the good things in your life, the simple pleasures, the meaningful connections, the opportunities for growth and learning. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, creating a sense of abundance and contentment that nourishes our souls. The poet and philosopher Rumi beautifully expressed this idea when he wrote, "Wear gratitude like a cloak, and it will feed every corner of your life." So, my friends, cultivate inner peace, practice mindfulness, embrace acceptance, and cultivate gratitude. As the saying goes, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. 9. Stay humble. Despite success. All right, let's talk about a quality that can be surprisingly elusive, especially when we're riding the wave of achievement and recognition: humility. Marcus Aurelius, despite being the most powerful man in the Roman Empire, understood the importance of staying grounded, of recognizing the impermanence of success, and of maintaining a humble perspective even when surrounded by praise and accolades. In his Meditations, he wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This reflects the Stoic emphasis on action and virtue, but it also implies a sense of humility, a recognition that we are all works in progress, constantly striving to become better versions of ourselves. Think of it like this. Imagine a majestic oak tree standing tall in a forest. It might be the tallest, the strongest, the most impressive tree in the grove, but its roots remain firmly planted in the earth, drawing nourishment from the soil, recognizing its connection to the ecosystem that sustains it. Similarly, humility is like those deep roots, keeping us grounded, reminding us that our achievements, our talents, and our successes are not solely our own, but are interconnected with the contributions of others, the circumstances of our lives, and the blessings of the universe. Now, staying humble doesn't mean denying your accomplishments or downplaying your strengths. It's about recognizing that success is often a combination of factors: hard work, talent, opportunity, and even a bit of luck. It's about acknowledging the contributions of others, appreciating the support you've received, and maintaining a sense of gratitude for the circumstances that have enabled your success. The American author and speaker Stephen Covey captured this idea in his book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, when he wrote about the importance of synergy, the principle that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. He argued that when we collaborate with others, when we combine our strengths and resources, we can achieve more than we could ever achieve alone. So, how do you actually stay humble despite success? Well, it starts with cultivating self-awareness. Recognize that your achievements are not solely your own doing, that you've benefited from the support of others, from favorable circumstances, and from the opportunities that life has presented to you. The Stoics believed in the importance of self-reflection, of examining our own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. The philosopher Epictetus emphasized this when he said, "Know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly." By understanding our own strengths and weaknesses, our successes and failures, we can maintain a balanced perspective and avoid the pitfalls of arrogance and self-importance. Another key to staying humble is practicing gratitude. Appreciate the people who have supported you on your journey, the mentors who have guided you, the colleagues who have collaborated with you, and the loved ones who have cheered you on. Express your gratitude sincerely and recognize that your success is intertwined with their contributions. The spiritual teacher and author Eckhart Tolle emphasizes the importance of gratitude when he says, "Acknowledging the good that you already have in your life is the foundation for all abundance." By appreciating the blessings in our lives, we cultivate a sense of humility and recognize that our achievements are not solely our own doing. Staying humble also involves maintaining a beginner's mind. Even when you've achieved a certain level of success, be open to learning, to new perspectives, and to the possibility that you still have much to learn. Don't let your achievements make you complacent or closed-minded. Embrace the Stoic belief that wisdom is a lifelong pursuit, and that there's always more to discover, more to learn, and more to grow. The Zen Buddhist monk Shunryu Suzuki captured this idea when he wrote, "In the beginner's mind there are many possibilities, but in the expert's there are few." When we can approach life with a beginner's mind, with curiosity and openness, we remain humble, teachable, and open to new possibilities. So, my friends, stay humble despite success. Cultivate self-awareness, practice gratitude, maintain a beginner's mind, and recognize that your achievements are part of a larger tapestry of interconnectedness and support. As the saying goes, humility is not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. 10. Prepare for life's unpredictability. All right, let's talk about something that can be both exhilarating and terrifying: life's unpredictability. We humans have a natural tendency to crave certainty, to seek control over the future, to plan our lives with the expectation that things will unfold according to our designs. But Marcus Aurelius, as Emperor of Rome, witnessed firsthand the fragility of plans, the fickleness of fate, and the constant flux of change that shapes our human experience. He understood that true strength lies not in trying to control the uncontrollable, but in preparing ourselves to navigate the unexpected twists and turns of life with grace and resilience. In his meditations he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He recognized that while we can't control the external world, the weather, the actions of others, or the twists and turns of fate, we can always control our own inner world, our thoughts, our judgments, our responses. And it's in this inner sphere that our true freedom and strength reside, especially when facing the unpredictable nature of life. Think of it like this. Imagine you're a seasoned sailor navigating a vast ocean. You can chart your course, set your sails, and use your knowledge and skills to guide your ship. But you can't control the winds, the currents, or the occasional storm that might arise. A skilled sailor, however, doesn't just hope for calm seas. They prepare for the unpredictable. They learn to adjust their sails. They navigate with resilience, and they trust in their ability to weather any storm. Similarly, in life, preparing for unpredictability is not about becoming a fortune teller or trying to predict the future. It's about cultivating a mindset of adaptability, of resourcefulness, of inner strength that allows you to navigate challenges with grace and emerge from them even stronger. The Stoics believed that adversity is an inevitable part of life, and that our ability to respond to it with resilience is crucial for our well-being and growth. The philosopher Seneca emphasized this when he said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Just as our muscles grow stronger through exercise and resistance, our minds become more resilient through facing and overcoming the unexpected challenges that life throws our way. So, how do you actually prepare for life's unpredictability? Well, it starts with acceptance. Accept that life is full of surprises, that things won't always go according to plan, and that unexpected events, both positive and negative, are part of the human experience. This doesn't mean giving up on your goals or becoming passive. It means approaching life with a sense of openness, curiosity, and a willingness to adapt. The ancient Greek philosopher Heraclitus famously said, "The only thing that is constant is change." By embracing this truth, by recognizing that change is the very essence of reality, we can prepare ourselves to navigate the unpredictable currents of life with greater ease and resilience. Another key aspect of preparing for unpredictability is cultivating a growth mindset. See challenges and setbacks not as failures, but as opportunities for learning, adaptation, and transformation. Embrace the Stoic belief that obstacles are not roadblocks, but stepping stones on the path to growth and wisdom. The psychologist Carol Dweck, known for her work on mindset, emphasizes the importance of embracing challenges when she says, "In a growth mindset, challenges are exciting rather than threatening. So rather than thinking, 'Oh, I'm going to reveal my weaknesses,' you say, 'Wow, here's a chance to grow.'" Preparing for unpredictability also involves cultivating self-reliance. This means developing the skills, knowledge, and inner resources to navigate challenges independently, to make decisions with confidence, and to trust in your own abilities to overcome obstacles. The American transcendentalist philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson captured this idea when he wrote, "To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment." By cultivating self-reliance, by trusting in our own inner compass, we can navigate the unpredictable waters of life with greater confidence and authenticity. So, my friends, prepare for life's unpredictability, embrace change, cultivate a growth mindset, foster self-reliance, and remember, as the saying goes, life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. And there you have it, my friends, 10 powerful Stoic principles from Marcus Aurelius to help you clear your mind, cultivate inner peace, and navigate life's challenges with wisdom and resilience. Remember, Marcus Aurelius wasn't just a philosopher writing lofty ideas in his journal. He was a Roman emperor, facing the pressures of leadership, the weight of responsibility, and the constant turmoil of the world around him. Yet through it all, he found solace in Stoic philosophy, cultivating a mind that was clear, focused, and at peace. So, my friends, Embrace the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. Embrace the present moment. Accept what you cannot control and focus on your own actions. Practice resilience in tough times. Live with honesty and integrity, and reflect daily to improve. Avoid overthinking and worry. Cultivate inner peace. Stay humble despite success, and prepare for life's unpredictability. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." By mastering our minds, by cultivating Stoic virtues, we can create a life of purpose, fulfillment, and lasting tranquility. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Stoic Saga for more videos on Stoicism, self-improvement, and personal growth. See you soon.